thank you for joining me again today. So I know you've seen from the title what today's video is about, and I'm just going to admit I am feeling a wee bit nervous because this is a video I have been thinking about for a long time. It's one that I've wanted to do. I think I was seriously starting to think about it towards the end of last year. So I have actually been, making wee notes, writing ideas down for quite a while on this video, and I've probably let the pressure build up a bit too much. So apologies in advance if I'm coming across a little bit jittery and a bit nervous, but it's just because for me, Blair Waldorf is just such a style icon, and I think if you're watching this video, maybe you feel the same. I think Blair has just such an iconic style for me, and it's definitely, her character definitely shaped and evolved my own style over the years. So this is why it's an important video for me, but I am really excited to finally do it because I do think I've been kind of putting it off almost because I just didn't ever feel ready, but I'm going to take the plunge. Hopefully it goes well, and if it doesn't, I hope you'll give me another chance because I don't think I can just, if it doesn't go well, I think I'll need to try again. But anyway, so if you are new, my name is Lesley. Thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, this video is going to be all about Blair Waldorf style, and is there ways that we can possibly recreate some of the looks and wear them in 2021 and have them still be classic, timeless outfits, which I do believe the Gossip Girl style kind of is. So I'm basically going to start off by giving a brief overview of what I understand Blair's style to be, and then I'm going to go through some few examples of outfits that I feel are signature of Blair's style. So to start off with, I've gone for the classic Constance look, and then I'm going to move into a couple of examples of maybe like a spring Blair outfit or a summer Blair outfit, and then I'm also going to try and do an evening Blair styled outfit. What I will also say is that in preparation for this video, I have actually rewatched the entire Gossip Girl series. Number one, because I wanted to. I didn't do it solely for this video, but whilst I was watching it, I was really keeping an eye on Blair's style and trying to note exactly what it is about her style that is just so popular and so coveted. So what I've also done is taken notes in my little notepad here, so I might refer to this throughout the video, but what I'm also hoping to do is draft them in the description box of this video, so it's there if anyone ever did want to come and check it. I don't know if anyone would want to do that, but I'm going to just write down what I kind of analysed as Blair's style, and I'll put it in the description box. So hopefully that you can see that I genuinely am taking this task quite seriously. I want to do it justice. I'm having a wee sip of I'm having just a wee sip of tea just to try and bring my energy levels down a wee bit. I do want this to be a fun and relaxing video, and I don't want to end up just, having a meltdown because I feel like nothing looks like Blair. So let's just calm down for a second. So I want to just give a brief overview of how I personally view Blair Waldorf style. And I think there's a number of ways you can describe it. I think, first of all, everything is very, very put together. Nothing is random or by chance. I think when you look at Blair's style, everything is perfectly accessorised, it fits perfectly, and I mean, obviously this is a TV show with a wardrobe budget, it's been catered for, so we've got to remember that. But I think one thing we can take away from this is the accessories, the styling, and the way that outfits are all put together. There's levels of detail, and that's another key style signature I would say of Blair, is that there's attention to detail with every single thing she wears. So I'm going to go through my list of features that are definitely Blair's style, but for example, things like ruffles, unusual collars, unusual colours maybe, lace, things that are quite, even this cardigan that I'm wearing, there's quite a lot going on, and I would say it's not maybe something Blair would wear exactly, but it's emulating that style. So there's a pattern, there's two tones of colours, there's this trimming, I think anything that looks a little bit busy is quite Blair. I think overall you could describe her style as, it's very feminine, it's very chic, it's very elegant, it's polished. It is supposed to be modelled on Audrey Hepburn, so that kind of gives you an idea as well as where they drew the influence from the TV show. And I think Another thing to note is that she clearly looks very expensive in everything she wears, and that's one thing that's very, very difficult. It's impossible to recreate that style on, you know, nowhere near the budget. So that's one thing that I would definitely just point out. You don't have to spend that level of money to really recreate her style, but I think that's one thing. Definitely, it's very elegant, it's expensive looking, and I think part of the way that that is done is obviously using incredible designer items, but I think a way that we can recreate that is by layering, and again, a lot of detail going on. So I think what I've noticed is that she might have on a blouse and a skirt, but then there's also this little cardigan or a jacket or a cape or something else on top, and it adds on more. And then I think she may have a little hat, or she's got a perfect handbag. So I think it's all of that put together that really brings this truly polished and just unique yet iconic style. And there was one thing I was going to mention, which I can't remember where I read this, but apparently they did not repeat a single pair of shoes or handbag in the series for Blair or Serena. So I think it's certainly true of Blair's handbags. I don't really feel like you see the same one twice, but that just shows you they must have had a phenomenal budget for the show to have all these designer handbags. So I think that's one thing to just remind ourselves that this is a TV show and there's no way we're going to be able to get the exact same kind of style, but there's definitely ways we can emulate it to some degree. And the other thing I wanted to quickly say is that even though we're talking about a TV show that first aired maybe over 10 years ago, I don't think when I rewatched it there was looks and I thought that looks so dated, it's so old-fashioned, or it just looks out of style. Like, I think that just goes to show how classic Blair's style really is, because I know the outfits sometimes are over the top, but there was nothing that I just thought, you know what, she still doesn't look incredible, and it wouldn't have looked out of place depending on the situation if someone wore it today. So let us move on to discussing actual items. So I've basically pulled out some of my Blair-esque items from my wardrobe, and I will say I've gone through my wardrobe with like a tooth comb to pick out as much Blair stuff as I possibly can, and it is all over the place. So there is more than just on this reel, but I also really don't want this video to be too long. So if I feel as if I'm filming and, well, for example, if my camera battery dies, then there's going to have to be a part 2 because I haven't got through it all, but we'll just see how we get on. So the first piece of clothing that I would say is very Blair is a blouse. So I have got quite a number of different blouses here that range, for example, from the more school uniform style blouse to maybe like a summer blouse to an autumn kind of wintry blouse. So the first look I'm going to recreate is a very classic kind of Constance school uniform look, and I will say some of the outfits towards the latter part of the video are going to be less actual Gossip Girl outfits, more ways that I feel I can work parts of Blair's style into my own wardrobe and wear it in 2021 and not feel as if I'm wearing something that's outdated or just you know, trying too hard to kind of recreate a TV show. So like I said, I'm going to start with the Constance school uniform styled Blair looks, and I personally think these are outfits that I think actually are quite easy to replicate because they are all variations of a theme. And like I said, I have made notes about Blair's style, so what I'm going to do is, as I present each outfit, I'm going to discuss what in particular makes this stand out as a Blair's styled look. So what I think I will just start off with is putting together one of the Constance kind of looks and discussing the items. So I think the first step for recreating a Gossip Girl Constance look would definitely be to pick out a blouse that has some form of neck detailing. So I've got two here that I'm just going to show you. So this one here is actually my long time favourite. So this was from River Island, I think maybe a couple of years ago, but there is so much detail to it. So you've got a ruffle diamante, which I'm not convinced the diamante is Blair, but it just adds more detail. So you've got the ruffle, and then even this sort of pleating down the middle. Then we've got the black going around the neck with this, it's actually a detachable brooch, so you can take that off. And then a slight kind of puff sleeved and a little sort of kind of elbow length coming down there. So this is a blouse that I know so many places will have something similar to this, and I'm sure if you're watching this video you probably own something just like this, but this is a classic kind of Constance look item. And then the same This one I think was from Zara maybe last year, and it's very similar. Again, you've got an embellished neckline, you've got a little tie coming down here. This one has much more dramatic puff sleeves, and other than that, it's just a fairly classic white blouse. So this would be the first step for your Constance look. So the next thing I would then be adding is a little tweed skirt. So tweed is definitely something that we see Blair wearing. She also wears a lot of check. So anything along those lines, it doesn't necessarily have to be a tweed skirt, but something that's got a check pattern, a tartan pattern, something like that to pair with your blouse is already going to look like a very, very Blair Waldorf outfit. So this was from Zara, I think last year, but places like H&M, River Island, Zara, Shein, they do lots and lots of tweed skirts, so they're so easy to pick up. So already you can see this is very, very Blair-esque, but I'm going to, for this outfit, I'm going to push it to the extreme and probably go maybe a little bit too OTT, but I want to just show you how you can really recreate the Blair look. So what I'm going to do is pop on a pair of white tights with this outfit. So I've also just quickly grabbed some other tweed skirts just to give you some more ideas really. So this is a sort of houndstooth one with gold buttons. This one would work perfectly well. Or I also have this one. This one actually was from Shein. So you can see it's again sort of a houndstooth pattern and it's got nice like pearl buttons on it. So that one would work perfectly well. For something slightly different, you could go for like a check skirt. Like this one here was from H&M last year. Oh, sorry, it's this way around. Or the one that I'm going to go for is the first one that I showed you. So the blouse, the skirt, the white tights, and already that is a really, really Blair outfit. But to take it to the next level, and you may have already seen this look if you follow me on Instagram, because I actually did a little collaboration with some other girls where we each posted a very Gossip Girl styled outfit, and this was the look I chose to go for. So to pop on top, I have this very bright yellow coat that I got from Zara a number of years ago, so don't look too closely at it. It's actually really needing a dry clean. But this is another style signature of Blair's, is that pop of colour, and it does often come in the shape of a coat or maybe a bag. Like for example, there's that limey green cape that she wore in one of the series, or she maybe has red, and she does actually wear a yellow coat like this in one of the series. So I think that is a great way to really recreate her style, is to add these items and then bring that pop of colour in. So I'm back with the full outfit on now, and I just wanted to quickly show you a couple of things I've added. So I have added in a headband, and I'm going to just quickly show you the shoes that I popped on. I'm not going to show you them too closely because again they probably need a clean. Just a little kind of Mary Jane kind of pump, similar to like the Tory Burch style ones they wear. I will definitely say that this outfit is more of a direct recreation of a Gossip Girl look. Going forward, the looks I'm going to try and do are going to be slightly more wearable in 2021, because whilst I love this, I'm even not sure I would have the confidence to actually go out in this outfit. And I think you could tone it down and not do the white tights, do black tights or nude tights, take off the headband, because it's an awful lot when it's all together. That being said, I do love it. So I'm going to just move on now to a similar Constance look, but maybe one that is slightly more updated for 2021. So I mentioned blouses being a key feature of Blair's style. If you look at the series, she's never really wearing like a t-shirt or a big jumper, or even jumpers are not something you see her in that much. She's often wearing quite intricate, fancy looking tops or blouses. So I think that is one area that you can definitely look at adding Blair-esque items to your wardrobe, is through various blouses. So this one here I'm going to show you is, I would say, more of a 2021 style, because I have seen a lot of these ginormous collars. I don't know whether it's called like pilgrim style, or this I think was called like a baby doll collar. So this is quite popular, and I think this is one way of wearing the classic white blouse, but it's not the necktie, it's the collar that is the feature. But that is another thing I will say about Blair's style. I looked closely at a lot of the jackets she was wearing, and I know there is the iconic blazer, which I'll include a picture of here, but a lot of the jackets she wears either were collarless or Peter Pan collars, or something intricate going on with the collar. So I think that's another area to focus attention on. And I will quickly say is that I noticed Blair, her style is fairly conservative in that maybe this is one reason they did focus on the collar a lot, or around the neckline is because she doesn't ever wear anything that's plunging, or she doesn't tend to wear anything low cut. So I guess they concentrated on making more detail in those areas. So what I've got with this is just a little, this is from Primark, which I got a number of years ago. It's just a little check pinafore. So again, you've got the check pattern, that's very Gossip Girl. And what I'm going to pair this with is the blouse underneath. I'm going to pop on a Gucci belt around the waist, and I'll maybe pop on the Gucci tights, because moving into tights, we know that tights are a key feature of Blair's style. Obviously we've already had the white tights, but you see her in pattern tights, she wears lacy tights, she wears red tights. So this is something, again, along with the blouses, along with neck ties or neck features, tights would be the next thing that I would definitely say to have a look at adding more to your wardrobe if you're trying to emulate her style. And a great way of doing that is the Gucci tights or the Gucci style tights, because to be honest, I mean, I absolutely love the Gucci tights and I do think they were a good investment, but already I would say mine definitely have some snags kind of up around, they're not so much on the legs, but around where you pull them up. So yeah, they're worthwhile because I do think they elevate a lot of outfits, but you can definitely get amazing kind of dupes for them. So I think Missy Empire is one place that really does a good comparison. So again, a pattern tight I think is a great way of emulating Blair's style, and you don't have to obviously break the bank for it. So here I am back with this all put together. And I have to say, I really, really like this look because I feel as if it's definitely Gossip Girl. There's so many features of it that are very Gossip Girl style. However, there's something, personally, I think that brings it up to maybe 2020, 2021 kind of style. I don't know whether it's the blouse with this collar, it's the Gucci tights. I think it just looks slightly more of the time, whereas I think the previous outfit is very, very Gossip Girl, and it's probably maybe a bit too much to wear in your day-to-day life, whereas I know not everyone would, but I would wear this going out somewhere, going for dinner. You know, you could definitely, again, tone it down a wee bit if you wanted to, but personally, I really like this look, and I think it's an outfit that people would sort of stop and ask you, like, where did you get that from? Because Gossip Girl style is just still so popular. And this blouse, I'm going to just say it's actually from this season Mango, so if I can find the link I'll put it in the description box, because I did actually think this is a really good kind of staple to have with this big collar. It's very popular and it's just, it's quite unique looking as well. So I'm now going to move on to Blair Waldorf in spring summer, and I think this is when it gets a little bit trickier because I think it's relatively simple to put together these first two looks because there's a lot of staples, the blouses, the tweed, the check, that's all kind of standard for Blair, or you know, other characters as well. Whereas moving into the spring and summer, I definitely noticed it was a wee bit more difficult to try and look at the consistencies and think, right, what does she normally have? Oh, is that just going to be a bit dull, or is it? Sorry, it looked as if the screen just suddenly went really dull. Hopefully it's just the monitor that's, you know, preserving its energy, because I have noticed the battery is being drained. That is the problem of shooting in 4K. It really drains the battery very quickly. So I'm going to just move on to some of the summer pieces that I'm going to pick out and say that are kind of Blair's style. So another thing that I definitely think is a key feature of the style, even in spring and summer, is her lovely blouses that she wears. And oops, this is an example of something that I think is quite representative of Blair's style. So what we have again is a wee bit of ruffling, we have a necktie detailing, we have lace. Lace is another thing that I think you see a lot in Blair's clothing. She really loves nods to femininity. So you see little bits of lace, the ruffles, bows. You know, if you look at her headbands, there's sometimes like a bow, maybe on a dress there's a little bow. I think things like that are definitely a nod to her, or maybe Audrey Hepburn female style. So this is quite a detailed little blouse. It's also got a sort of fancy cuff there with kind of pleating detail, again a little button and a bit of lace. All of that heavy detailing is what, to me, signifies a kind of Blair look. And I'm also going to show you this blouse, which was last season's Zara kind of autumn winter, which I think again you could wear as a sort of summery blouse because of the floral patterns. I remember looking at this and thinking, is that nice? Because it's so fussy. And I think that's a term you could use to describe Blair's style if you were maybe describing it slightly negatively, is that there's so much going on. And I think with this blouse you can see kind of where I'm coming from. Again, we've got necktie, so this is something I think we see a lot in her style. And you've got a sort of dense floral pattern, little diamante buttons there, which are a nice little nod to Blair. So I think this is something that you could definitely turn into a Blair style outfit. And what I'm going to pop it with is, let me just grab it. So it's actually this little blue skirt, which you might be thinking, is that very Blair? But I guess my point of this video is not necessarily to recreate an outfit and say, yes, Blair, that is so Blair, Blair would wear that, but maybe to say, like, I love her style, here is how I would put it together. So this is a wee skirt I've had from River Island for a little while, I think 2 years maybe, and it's actually one I've struggled to wear a little bit, but when I was putting things together, I noticed in this blouse there is little bits of blue through it, and actually when I tried this on, I thought it was quite a cute look. So I'm gonna pop this on and I'll come back in just a wee moment. So I am back, but I have realised this video is definitely going to have to be in 2 parts, so consider this part 1 because the camera is almost dead already. So yeah, there's way more stuff that I wanted to talk about, so, and definitely more outfits. So I hope you will continue on for part 2 because I don't even feel as if I got to some of the outfits I really wanted to show you today. But this is an example of a slightly more, I guess, spring, maybe you could say a sort of transitional season kind of Blair style outfit. The blouse I've already talked about, and I think you can see it when it's on. It's so fussy and busy, but what I've paired it with is this kind of slightly, it's not quite a pastel, it's like a sky blue kind of skirt, which I do think is something that Blair wouldn't necessarily wear this skirt itself because I don't think she would wear these diamante rings that are on it, but I do think if you look at her outfits from the Hamptons or in Paris, she tends to wear these, she does tend to wear quite bright colours. She also is not afraid to do some clashing prints. So that's something as well I will talk about in the next video. You could have like a floral print, or she has fruit prints, things like that you could mix and match together. But I do personally feel as if this is something that she would consider wearing. What I've also done is popped on I actually do have the white Gucci tights, but I don't really wear them because I bought them second hand and I bought a size large. So I did get them for a reasonable price, it wasn't too expensive, but because they're a large, it means that the GG is so small and it actually makes them look almost like a full block tight rather than, you just can't quite see the pattern that well. So I am on the hunt for a medium pair. So, and then I've also just popped on, I'll show you these little shoes, which again I'm not going to go too closely because I kind of feel like they were slightly Blair-esque. This is another shoe that I don't wear very much because they actually really hurt, and I considered selling them because I really don't wear them, but I do think they're kind of a Blair style shoe. So I hope no one's thinking, right, Blair wouldn't wear that, because I guess by this point in the video I'm less trying to recreate actual Blair looks and more just how I could use items in my wardrobe to create a Blair style outfit. And I have to say, I think this is quite cute, and I think again you would have people sort of complimenting your outfit if you wore this. I think it's not an outfit that blends in, it kind of stands out. I think it looks quite stylized. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully squeeze in one more outfit in this video. So another kind of look I realised she kind of goes for in the Hamptons kind of episodes is she wears maybe like a little pair of shorts with a blouse. She wears like a gorgeous stunning pair of orange shorts and then a little blouse that has like yellow detailing, which it looks so cute. And I actually wish I had my orange cord here. Maybe I will have it for part 2 of this video, but I don't have it here with me at the minute, but it is something that I definitely could put together, I feel like, and make a Blair outfit from. But what I'm going to just do to finish this video is show you another kind of blouse styled look. So this is another blouse that I have, and this is actually one of my only like designer ready to wear pieces. So this is from Michael Kors, which I bought in the sale, and yeah, it's one of the only designer items that I have that's like clothing. So it is a cream ivory coloured blouse, and again I think I don't want to repeat myself, but you can see there's detailing, there's nice gold buttons, and there's a bit of detailing at the cuff as well. So what I'm going to pair this with to kind of show you again, this is a sort of 2020 Blair Waldorf, is actually the shorts from my Zara haul. So these little ones with the gold buttons, I kind of feel as if Blair would wear something like this. So I'm going to pop this on and I will come back, and yeah, I think I'll probably have to end the video because the camera is going to be flashing at me any minute. So here I am back with the last Blair Style look of the day, and I'm really sorry to say that because I didn't think I was going to take this long to do each one, so I am definitely going to be doing part 2, but before the camera just completely shuts off, this is the last little outfit. So it's this Michael Kors blouse with the Zara shorts, and I think, I'll just lower you slightly, I think you can see that there's definitely nods to Blair with this look, but it's not maybe a full-on Gossip Girl outfit. And the other thing I will say is I've still kept the Gucci tights on because I thought if you're trying to make it like a spring outfit, we're not quite ready to go fully bare-legged, so the wee tights, and I've just kept on those nude shoes, which I know, like, it doesn't look the best because they're peep toe, but you get the idea. So this is an outfit that I would totally wear this, and I think I would definitely feel quite Blair in it. Just with the tights, the blouse, I think it definitely emulates her style, but it definitely is slightly more muted than maybe like the first two. So I just had a quick glance at my notes, and there's definitely so much more I wanted to say. I don't even feel as if I got through even the better outfits, so I really hope you will join me next week because I'm going to be back with part 2. I am really sorry that this video kind of ran away with me a wee bit. I think the camera is literally about to cut off any minute, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I will try and be a wee bit more relaxed the next time, but thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!